Hello, everyone. It's Carmela. How you doing? That's what my grandbaby say. How you? How you? So I'm just jumping on here today to do our CEO chat. I had to shift the time because I had a um another training that I had to get in on at noon. But I love technology. We just shifted the time so that there was a change, and then here we are here now. So listen, I encourage you to, if you know of an entrepreneur that can use a little bit of encouragement, tag them in this video, inbox it to them, share it with them so that they can get this information as well. I love doing these short little mini trainings throughout the week, each week, and just being like a source of encouragement. Um, One of the things that I've learned in being an entrepreneur is that it can be lonely. And so it's important for us to have a tribe of like minded people, other entrepreneurs that come together for the purpose of growing our businesses, to share our frustrations, to come up with solutions in business. And we get to do that together. So if you're not a part of the training room for hungry entrepreneurs, you really should jump in that group, the training room for hungry entrepreneurs. I'll try to go live in there at least once a week, and then one public live at least once a week. And so make sure you jump into that group. When you come on, say hello, let us know that you're there. And you can also drop in the comments your business. You can drop in your business link, your business page. I promise you, I believe that there's enough for everybody. So I will never be offended or intimidated by other entrepreneurs dropping your links here on my CEO chats that I do. I think it's great. I think we should support each other. I think that there's enough for everyone, right? And so when you have that mindset, then you're not in competition with people that God has sent to bless you. And so I'm not competing with any other entrepreneur. I'm here to help you, to empower you, and to lift you up so that your businesses can get to the next level. That's my only goal. And so when you jump on, say, hey, so I can see you. And I'm gonna put this in one more group, and then we're gonna be off to the races. And it's done. When I finish this, I got another training I gotta do. And let me type on here, make sure that I can see it as well. Y'all acting shy today. And let's see here. Comments. Yep, there we go. All right, I just want to make sure that my comments were coming in. Hey, Amelia, great. The comments are coming in. You can hear me, you can see me. I hope you got your notebooks. If you're a business owner, it's time for us to take our business to the next level. Now, today's it's just one of our CEO chats. I believe that one of the biggest challenges for entrepreneurs is our mindset, and shifting our mindset from that of an employee to that of an entrepreneur, because you got to think different. If you're going to really grow your business and you want your business to be sustainable, you have to think differently. And it's not something that just happens by osmosis. Like, you have to be intentional. There are some things that you have to do so that your business can grow. Hey, Miss Crystal, let me tell you, I've been chatting with this young lady right here. She's over on TikTok, and her page on TikTok is Crystallis Creations, and she went viral and was able to get that thing set up as a creator page. And I'm so excited for you, Crystal. So y'all make sure y'all follow her business page, Crystallis Creations, over on TikTok. She's doing some cool things over there. It's funny, the things that people fall in love with. You just never know. And that's why it's so important to utilize all resources, all tools. What started out as being a free resource is now one that's going to produce income. So I think that it's absolutely amazing. So y'all make sure, don't say, I ain't gonna go over there. Don't say, I'm not gonna go over there on TikTok because they just over there playing. I'm telling you, It's a free place, but the weirdest things will go viral. And if you get 100,000 views and 10,000 followers in a 30-day period, you can monetize that TikTok page. And now you're paid every time somebody is watching your video. And how many times you see something over on TikTok that's funny and you watch it 5 or 6 times, just laughing, right? But every time you watch it, their insights are going up, and they can be compensated for that. So it's just really cool. So listen, here we go. Number one of the biggest mistakes of a small business is to think small. I think this is a perfect lead in. Number one of the biggest mistakes of a small business is to think small. You have to look at your business to where it's going, not where it is, right? Don't think small. When you say things like, I'm not going to get over on Instagram because all them kids over there. I'm not going to get over on TikTok because all they're doing over there is playing. You are limiting your business. When you say things like, well, my little business, why would you even refer to your business that it's little, or like it's insignificant, like it's small? So you make sure that you work on that mindset. Y'all, we're talking about the mindset of a CEO. And one of the biggest things the biggest mistakes we make is to think small. You got to be always thinking about the next steps, always be thinking about next level, always be thinking about how you can go and how you can grow, always thinking about who you can connect with. Make sure you check your feelings at the door so that you're not intimidated by people that's trying to help you. Because sometimes you can see somebody there in work mode and you think, man, she's so stuck up, I ain't gonna be able to talk to her, or whatever you're thinking. And that's not even the case. They may just be in work mode and they're working. But if you reach out to them, you'll be surprised what people are willing to share with you and to provide support for you. Now, they're not going to give you everything for free. So don't even expect that, because you're a CEO. And so you don't want to give your stuff away for free. So don't expect everything for free, but you would be surprised at how many people will help you and support you. So number one of the biggest mistakes of a small business is to think small. Find you some classes, find you some training, leaders or readers, figure out ways to expand your mind and expose yourself to next levels. Number two, stop asking blind people to proofread your vision. Number two, stop asking blind people to proofread your vision. Everybody don't understand entrepreneurship. They don't understand the sacrifices that it takes. They don't understand the income investment that it takes. They don't understand the late nights and early mornings that it takes. They don't understand that some stuff you're going to have to skip, some family events and some functions you're going to have to miss. People don't understand it because they're not called to it. And so we're asking people that's blind to entrepreneurship to proofread our business plan, to proofread the vision that God has given to us. And let me tell you, some people that love you a whole lot have no clue, because they were not called to this particular thing. Allow your family to just be family, but make sure you connect with other entrepreneurs and other people that's going where you're going, or who have been where you're trying to go, so that they can pour into you. And when you get in these spaces, don't act like a know-it-all. Somebody drop in the comments, I'm willing to learn. Drop in the comments, I'm willing to learn. I met somebody just recently that I really believed I could help, and I probably would have shared a couple of strategies. That's just how God deals with me as a business coach. I see things in phases, and broken down into pieces. And so when I understand their overall vision, it just comes to me. That's just how God deals with me. And I had some things that I was going to share with this individual, but they were kind of bossy, and their attitude was kind of know-it-all. And so I was just quiet, and I just shifted to the role of student. So I just learned what I could learn, because the person did have a lot of information that could help me. And so I just remained quiet and just learned from whatever they were sharing. But they didn't get to learn from me, because they were acting like a know-it-all. And one of the things that I'm not going to do is force somebody to listen to something that I would charge somebody else for. Where they could have got it for free, Now they'll have to pay for it because they were so busy trying to impress me with what they knew and who they knew and everything they had experienced and all the places that they've been, they missed the blessing. And so make sure that you are in a place where you're willing to learn. I'm willing to learn. Because if you're at a place where you're willing to learn, you won't miss a blessing. Hey, Bernice, see, they missed the blessing because they were so busy trying to impress me that about all their accolades that I didn't even get an opportunity to speak into their business or to speak into their life. But it's okay because they didn't want it. And so it would have been like casting my pearls to the swine. But why am I sharing that with you? I'm sharing that with you so that when you get around people, never think that you know more than them. Never think that your education put you somewhere above them. Never judge a book by its cover, because I'm telling you, God will use some of the strangest people to speak into your business and to speak into your life. So always, as an entrepreneur, we're talking about the CEO mindset, how successful business owners think. Be willing to learn from anybody. My grandma would say, eat the meat and spit out the bones. The stuff that don't apply to you, don't worry about that. But I promise you, you can learn something from everybody. And that's how I am. When I go to big events, when I go to conventions, when I go to workshops, when I go to meet and greets, when I go to networking opportunities, I'm there to learn. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to say, excuse me, I'll give you an example. I would ask somebody, I remember every time we would go to the John Maxwell trainings for recertification, although I was back as a team leader or a table leader, at lunch when we're sitting at the tables and different people would sit with me, I would always say, so tell me how are you using this business in your everyday life? How are you using what you've learned here in your business? I would walk away with so many ideas, so much creativity. Why? Because although I went as a team leader, when I was outside of my leadership capacity, when I'm sitting in common areas, when I was sitting at the lunch table, when I was walking in the hall, if somebody greeted me, my question was always the same. How are you using what you're learning in with John Maxwell in your business? And I would walk away with all kind of ideas, all kinds of things to help me take my business to the next level, because I didn't show up as a know-it-all. So make sure you're always willing to learn. Always willing to learn. Listen at this. Preparation accounts for 90% of success. Good morning. Preparation, good afternoon, counts for 90% of success. So remember now, I said, stop asking blind people to proofread your vision, right? When you're trying, I know sometimes when you're starting a new business, it's so overwhelming because you don't know what you don't know. Sometimes you can find yourself in a place where you have the opportunity to ask somebody a question. You don't even know what question to ask because you're just so overwhelmed with all the different things that you're trying to do. And so begin to gather information. Find you some good books to read. Become an expert in your area. Read, study, learn. Read, study, learn. Read, study, learn. Listen, the first 2 years, might have been the first 3 years, I went to John Maxwell training every 6 months. I was certified in August. I went back in March. I went back the next August. I went back the next March. I went back the next August. I think I went 5 times in a row before I missed one. Why? Because I didn't know what I didn't know. Hear me? I didn't know what I didn't know. And those first 2 years, I was learning. I was soaking up everything. I was becoming an expert in my area. Anything about leadership, you can show me anything or call out anything you want to, a cartoon, a cup, a postcard, anything you can throw at me. I promise you I can turn it into a leadership lesson because I spent time reading, learning, studying, and growing in that area so that I could become an expert in my field. Right now, that's what you have to be willing to do. And so the people, or if the people that are around you don't understand what you're trying to do in business, you need to connect with people that do know. Connect with people that do know. The people that I connected with those first few years, we only connected via free conference call and a private Facebook group. I was on that page every day. I was reading posts. I was reading testimonials. I was telling people congratulations. I was in every training I could be in. I was on every leadership training call that they had. It became a part of my everyday life. Why? Because I was hungry to grow and I was hungry to be successful. I actually had somebody to tell me, I think we have been in business full time for about a year. And she said, I need to hire you to come and work for me. And I said, no, I got my own business. I don't have time to come and work for you. And she said, yeah, but I can pay you more than you're going to make the first 3 years in business. And guess what? She was right. But I said, no, I need to take this time and energy and put it into my business. So my question to you is, do you believe in your business enough to walk away from people that try to buy you out of your dream? See, she didn't realize what she was doing. She meant well. But all I heard was, this is the enemy trying to get me to shut my business down before I even get it started good. You got to understand that people will recognize the gifts, the talents, and abilities that you have. And then if you're not willing to put it into building your own dream, they will hire you and pay you to build theirs. You got to be willing to put in the work, y'all. 90% of success is preparation. 90% of success is preparation. I'm not telling you something that I heard. I'm telling you something that I went through. And so you got to be willing to walk away if it's not in alignment with what God is calling you to do. The next thing, this is a quote I heard Lisa Nichols say that I loved. And she said, a good coach exposes negative chatter. A good coach exposes negative chatter. You have to be around people that will not allow you to play small. So you got to be around a coach or a person that shows you how to shift your mindset and shift your life where money don't answer for you. Money can't answer for you. Listen to me. Listen closely. Money is a tool. Tool. Somebody drop that in the comments. Money is a tool, y'all. It's a resource. Money is a tool. Drop that in the comments. We got to stop allowing money to answer for us. I'm talking to business owners. If you are a business owner, you got to figure out how to sell your product or sell your service to meet the goal that you want to meet. Money should never be the only reason why you don't move forward on something that God has told you to do. Money is a tool. Money is a resource, and you have to neutralize the effects of money on your life. When you do this, when you neutralize the effects of money in your life, you'll be able to show up differently in your business. So if I say I'm getting ready to do a conference that you need to go to, and this conference is going to cost $500 for you to this conference is going to cost you. I'm gonna answer that question, Shannon. This conference is going to cost you $500 to attend, but you got $50 in your bank account and you got time to make the money. The way you neutralize the effects of money in your life is you figure out what you need to do in order to make the money, right? What do I need to do in order to make the money to get to the conference that I need to get to? Because if I can get in the environment with other entrepreneurs, with other people who think like me, with people who have gone further than me, I'm going to be able to come back and put more into my business. And then even though I invested $500, my takeaway going to be $2,500. That's how you got to think about it, right? You got to think sometimes you have to sacrifice so that you can be better, because the common denominator in your business is you. If that business succeeds, it's because you put in the time, the work, the energy, the effort, the sacrifices to make it succeed. If my business fails, it's because I didn't do what was necessary for it to survive. right? And so you have to neutralize the effects of money so that you can operate from a place of abundance. I have a business academy that starts on Sunday. And so I told my husband the minimum amount of people that I wanted in it. And we were one person short on yesterday morning. So after we finished our boot camp, we were getting ready to leave the house. And I said, I need one more person to meet our minimum goal. We need that one person. And then when we went where we were going, when we walked in the door, the person said, hey, I'm joining your class. I was like, what class? He said, I'm joining your class that starts on Sunday. Because I believe God for it. I could have came on live and made another plea and a desperate attempt or whatever. But let me tell you something. When you are a Christian business owner, you operate your business from a place of faith. Be faithful to God. Know what he's called you to do. You know, he'll tell you those minimums. He'll tell you those maximums. And then you trust God. Even when it don't look like it, you still trust God with your business. Trust him with your business the same way you trust God with your health. Trust him with your business the same way you trust him with your family. Trust him with your business the same way you trust him with your marriage. You never have to create opportunities. You never have to create programs and opportunities from a place of lack. Oh, let me hurry up and do this so I can do that. No. Pause. Give it to God every day. Ask him to order your steps. Ask him to show you where your clients are, and then move your feet and do the work. Move your feet and do the work. So part of that preparation, if you are a Christian business owner, is to submit those things to God and then sit still long enough so that you can hear what your next steps are. Because when you're hearing from him what your next steps are, you're not going to go wrong. You're not going to go wrong. And the last thing, networking is not just an event. It is an attitude. Oh, let me go back right here to this question from Shannon. Does a good coach walk away from negativity? Shannon, can you give me a little bit of clarity? I'm going to start talking, but give me a clarity on exactly what you mean. But for me, I don't do negativity, and I don't do foolishness. I don't allow it in my groups. If I hear about it, I'll address it privately. If it happens in private, I'll address it publicly. If it happened in public, and if the person doesn't shift, then I'll remove them from my groups, because I think negativity is contagious, and misery loves company. And now, but I do extend grace to the people that I'm working with, because I understand sometimes, because of people's backgrounds, negativity is all they know. And so if they're willing to learn, and they're willing to grow, and they're willing to work through those things, and they're willing to own it when they mess up and come back and fix it, then I work with them. But for somebody that's just toxic, then no, I don't connect with it. I don't connect with that type of person, and I won't even take their money. I won't even work with that type of person. There's a few people that if they were to pay for a class that I was taking, I would refund them, because they are toxic, and they will take anything positive that you try to say. If I tell them the sun is shining, they will prepare me for the rain that's coming. They're going to always take, if I gave them $1 million, they would complain because I didn't give it to them in the right divisions of money that they wanted. Those type people I don't work with, because I believe that all money ain't good money, right? I pray and I ask God to connect me with the right people that I can help. So if somebody has a type of mindset that's limited, and they are not flexible, they're not willing to learn new things that's going to help them better their business, then that's not a client for me. And I'm okay with that. Now, in the beginning, I wasn't okay with that. I thought I need to fix everybody. No, I can help people get results that want results. If they don't want the results, or if their mindset is not to a place where they can be stretched, then I can't help them. And I'm okay with that. Doesn't mean that there's not somebody out there that can. I'm just not their coach. So if the person is just toxic and negative, then my answer to that is yes, I would walk away, because all money ain't good money. All right, here we go. My last thing. Networking is not just an event. networking is an attitude. Networking is not just an event, it's an attitude. I think this ties into Shannon's question too. Wherever there are two people together, a connection can be made. When you are networking, when you go to an event, when you connect, okay, thank you, Shannon. When you go to an event and when you connect with other entrepreneurs, your goal is to make a connection. Don't worry about the things that you all have that are different. Figure out, find a common ground. Find a common ground, because networking is an attitude, right? So maybe the person is much further along than you are as a business owner, but maybe the common ground that you have, you both have children, or you both have adult children. Maybe they're a billionaire and you just get started, so you feel a little, intimidated. But the common ground is you're both happily married. So you find a common ground, because no matter who the entrepreneur is that you're trying to connect with, they are a person. And people just want to be treated like a person. They want to know that you see them and that you acknowledge them, not what they can do for you, but that you acknowledge them. So you find that common denominator. Your goal is to try to make some type of connection. That's why it's really good if you have, like if you're trying to build a team, it's really good to connect with other moms. So maybe you're a soccer mom. You can connect with other soccer moms that are at practice on a very real and relevant level. You don't have to, every time they see you, you talking about join my team, join my team, join my team. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that you see them as a mother. You understand the struggles that they have as a mother. You understand the highs and lows that they have. And your goal is to make a connection. A real connection with people. So networking is about the attitude and making a connection with people. That's why I jump on the opportunity of vending to connect with other business owners. Absolutely. And when you're out there vending, get to know your people. When people come by, take selfies with them. People want to know that they are more than just $1 for you. This is how you build repeat customers, because networking is an attitude. You're networking with other entrepreneurs, but you're also networking with your customers. I know a girl that used to do hair here locally, and then she moved to Atlanta. And do you know there were people that was driving to Atlanta every 6 weeks for her to do their hair? It wasn't because we didn't have other, cosmetologists in our area. It was the attitude. It was the way she made them feel. It was the way she always talked about healthy hair. And in our minds, like nobody else is talking about my hair being healthy. So she was worth a 3-hour drive one way, because networking is an attitude. We were not just $1 for her. We were part of her tribe, and she took care of us. And when you take care of your customers, it changes the game, because networking is an attitude. So connect with other entrepreneurs so that you can learn. Remember earlier we said I'm always willing to learn, but also connect with your customers on a very real and on a very relevant level. Remember, the first thing I said was one of the biggest mistakes of a small business owner is to think small. And the reason we have this CEO chats, the CEO mindset chats, is to expand your thought process. Get out of your comfort zone. Deal with your feelings. Like if you feel some kind of way when you're around certain people, ask God, why do I feel like that when I'm around her? Because sometimes it's just because see, we'll think it's something about her. I can't put my finger on it. It's something about her. Can I tell you the truth? Most of the time, it's something about us. When they come around, it exposes an insecurity on the inside of us. And so we pull back. It ain't always the other person. Sometimes it's us. And so if you're going to grow as a business owner, you got to be willing to have those self-talks with yourself and say, what is it about me that makes me uncomfortable when I'm around them and they start talking about money? You may have an issue with money. That's why we're going to neutralize the effects of money. Money is just a tool. And if I need it, those tools and resources are at my disposal, right? And so you have to be willing to have those talks with yourself so that you can shift your mindset so that you can run a successful business. All right, y'all. You have a great day, and I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, make sure you share it out with some other entrepreneurs so that they can also be encouraged. Y'all have a great day.